Do you truly want me on the team? What is your approach to recruiting me? Do you want first place? Come and play with me. Do you want second place? Go someplace else. Like myself, I would watch Magic play, I'd watch Michael play all the way, and I'd see them do incredible things, and I'd wonder, can I get to that level? I'm not sure, but let's find out. Everything was done to try to improve as a basketball player. Everything, everything. When you have that point of view, the entire world becomes your library to assist you in becoming better in your craft. So because you know what you want, the world is providing you with exactly the information you need, and you will become better at it because you know what you're looking for. Many guys tell stories about your work ethic, yeah? What was your true work ethic like, and how long did you maintain discipline? I mean every day. Over the past 20 years, it's been an ongoing process of identifying strengths and flaws. For example, consider jumping ability. And my vertical was a 40, not a 46 or a 40. 45. My hands are large, but not huge, correct? So you must find techniques to strengthen them so that your hands can palm a ball and perform the necessary tasks. Quickness, I was fast. However, it is not crazily fast. I was fast, but not outrageously so, right? As a result, I had to rely on my skills much more. I needed to rely on angles a lot more. I needed to study the game a lot more. And, well, I enjoyed it. So I remember when I first started watching the game, I studied it. And that has never altered. It's a nice separation for me emotionally, to be able to position myself in a situation where during practice, training, or games, I can redirect my focus to something else. I move to another mode, right? For me, it's the same as Maximus, Decius, Meridius, and Gladiator, picking up dirt. You smell dirt, it's time to go. Right. So there was my mindset turn. It was like an actor preparing for a film. You have to place yourself in that cage. When you're in that cage, you embody that role, and then you leave, and it's completely different. But please do not touch me while I am in that cage, bro. Do not talk to me. Please, leave me alone. How did you develop such mental and emotional strength that it no longer bothers you? Well, you've got to look at the facts of the matter. You know, for me, it's not you. You kind of have to get over yourself. It is not about you, guy. Like, yeah, you're ashamed and you're not that important. Like, get over yourself. Yeah. That is where you get over yourself, right? Like you're worrying about how people will see you and you're wandering around feeling embarrassed because you shot 5 air balls. Get over yourself, right? Then it's fine. So why did those air balls happen? I get it. Previously in high school, we played no more than 35 games per week. In the NBA, there is plenty of time to relax between back-to-back games. I did not have the legs. So you look at the shots, and every shot is online. Every shot was online, but each shot was brief, right? I have to get stronger. I have to train differently. I got to adjust my weight training regimen to an 82-game season. So that when the playoffs roll around, my legs are stronger and the ball gets there. So I look at it rationally and say, well, the reason I shot an air ball is that my legs aren't there. I said, well, next year they'll be there. That was it, done. Were there any names that you looked at and thought, these 3 guys are as crazy as I am? I at the time was dealing with what I called Goat Mountain. I went to Goat Mountain and chatted to someone. I talked to Magic, Michael Bird, Kim Olajuwon, Jerry West, Oscar Robinson, and Bill Russell. What have you done? What about your experiences, Michael in particular? He has become my big brother. He has been my older brother since I initially joined the league. And what was the procedure like? So I went to them and began to learn the intricacies of the game, as well as how they handled things, their degree of detail and obsessiveness. And so what I did, the players who had that desire, but were not willing to devote their entire life to it, right? It is a decision, right? You have other matters to attend to. You have a family and you have other responsibilities. The game cannot genuinely be your top priority. And so I was just thinking, yeah, this is going to be fantastic if I'm friends with you from high school or if I'm your cousin. What happened with our relationship? How did that gravitate? When you entered the league, you were determined to be the greatest or one of the greatest. What will happen to our relationship? It suffers. Oh, yes. Okay, yes, because you realized that you were fine with it. Okay, yeah. And the ones who love you, such as friends and family, seem to understand this about you. I get it. So they let you be yourself, and when you meet again, you can take up where you left off. But make no mistake, everything in between is lost, right? So those long-term relationships, the time commitment, the taking vow. I see a lot of players enjoy vacations with other players who are good buddies, or simply enjoy vacations just to take a vacation or hang out, just to hang out. Like I've never done that. But why do we have a choice? Why haven't you done that? Well, because I didn't want to retire and say, I wish I had done more. I do not want that. You understand? You know, you've got a lot of people paying good money to see you perform. It is your responsibility to maintain good physical health. It's your responsibility to be strong enough to perform at that level every night. And as a competitor, I am not ducking, oh my God, my back hurts, I am sore. Tonight, we have to play Vince Carter of the Toronto Raptors. This actually happened. We had a game versus Toronto in 2000, and Vince was tearing his leg up. My back was jacked, but how do you perceive that? Kobe is missing the game versus Toronto and Vince Carter because his back was severely spasmed. But people will be like, what? Oh, he's ducking Vince. Excuse me. No, I do not think so. So I'd be in the layup line thinking, all right, there are plenty of days when you can relax and recover. Today ain't one of them. Your back can trouble you. On any other day, that crap doesn't bother me today. Oh man, yeah. What is the decision-making process when dealing with large investments? Do you call, or do you first conduct your own research, take this much time, and then call an advisor? Is there a system that you can find? No. It's pretty simple. For me, it's, do you understand the business? Is there anything you can do to aid this business? What are the barriers to entering that business? And then there are the entrepreneurs themselves, as well as the company itself. Do they have a culture that you think is sustainable? Are these leaders or the people you believe in obsessive? As a result, they have fostered an obsessional society. So I usually look at those 4 factors, and that's it. That is huge right there, by the way. I'm not sure if you caught it right there. That is quite large. The same determination. How does your present work schedule look like today? It's different since I don't write every word of the novels. I'm not animating the flicks. What I need to do now is ensure that the folks we bring in, these obsessives, are challenging themselves to perform the best job they believe they can. That's why I'm there, to encourage them to continuously look in the mirror and examine themselves and challenge themselves. If we have a project and you respond, okay, I can do that. That is not the project. We want projects that state, I'm not sure if I can animate that. I'm not sure how to write that story. I'm not sure how to do it. Those are the things we seek, since curiosity will take you to levels you never thought imaginable. So I'm running the studio. We're playing against the Golden State Warriors. Score 107, 109. You're close to making the playoffs. You understand exactly what happens in the game. You go up, about to take your shot, and then all of a sudden, bam, Achilles happens, right? He went ahead and made the free throws, and then you walked off stage. Yeah, you've got the surgery guy. I went into the trainer's room, my children in there, and, they're staring at you and whatnot, and I'm looking at them and saying, everything's fine. That will be all fine. It will be all right. It will be all right. It will be all right. As a parent, you must set an example. You must set an example here. This is another barrier. This difficulty cannot define me. It isn't going to cripple me. It is not going to be responsible. For me, moving away from the game I love means doing it on my own terms. And that's when I decided to do what I'm doing.